It's Hannah Abraham and Olakunle. Join our journey and dive into the lively foray. As Nigeria live, tune in bright and clear. Insights, laughs and knowledge are all right here. Current news and issues, what's happening today. Personal tales unfolding in a unique way. Political views and tales of old and new. With guest speakers who share a broader view. Come along, be a part of this vibrant scene. Your voice, your story, your dreams to be seen.
And here we are. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, Anna. Good evening, Olakunle. How are you doing today?
Good evening, Abraham. I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Are you sure you're
Good
doing great?
evening. Good
Are
evening,
you sure you're doing
gentlemen.
great? Good evening,
Good
Anna.
evening,
I mean,
lady.
I'm focused on Olakunle right now. Are you sure you're? Are you sure
He's
you're
doing great now.
okay?
Don't you see it's obvious?
Really?
He's looking so sparkly. He's looking so sparkly today.
Anna, I don't like what you are doing.
Yes,
to me, but
yes.
It's fine.
What did I
It's fine.
do?
But
Jesus.
why
God.
not tell us?
From the innocence of my heart. I'm just
Why
existing.
not tell us? Why
After
not
you
tell
what
us
happened
about
between Manchester and Chelsea
Yeah,
today? No.
Chelsea? Yeah, why not tell us about Chelsea? You know, would like to dedicate about a minute or two. Tell us. I mean, you're a Chelsea fan, so I'd like to hear from you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. So to my Chelsea fan out there, stay strong. Nothing last long. It's just the way it's going. Still so nothing last.
Oh God.
Anna, what are you trying to do? Are you consoling us or what?
I cried this evening. You won't believe it.
The what?
You won't believe it. Because I'm like, what? How can we not win? Oh.
We?
We? I couldn't even eat.
I'm here the one we not.
I'm just drinking water now.
How many people? How many players can you mention in Chelsea? We're actually.
How can we not win? It's not fair.
Today is interesting. Today is interesting.
It's okay.
Very
Next year.
Actually interesting.
Next season.
I think what we actually happened today was we actually be treated the way we treated our fellow Londoners. That was actually what played out today, because I remember when Manchester City played against Arsenal, we supported Manchester City to beat Arsenal on the final day, and right now the person we supported then is trying to not pay us good, because we're expecting him to actually be a brother's keeper. We supported you then when you play against Arsenal.
Hold on. As a Madrid fan, I am so happy that what has happened to Olakunle's club has happened, right? Because
hallelujah.
Over there, I, as a La Liga fan, over there in Madrid, the white side of Madrid, not the one with white and red, right? So the white side of Madrid, and of course the Man City that beat you. I hope you know that we beat them two times this season. Twice, right? We beat them home, and we went to their house again, and we understand?
We're actually not good in this season. So
I know. I'm actually not good too. This is one of my worst seasons. I've gone trophyless this season too. But I'm not sure. I think you can dig more. You can get to the crust of the earth, because
we are not ready
the
to
way
go.
your club is. Anna was mentioning next season. Wait, is there gonna be next? Are you playing any European football next season? No, you're not. You're not.
At least we see.
Wait, hold on. Chelsea is. And I have to scroll down the table to look at number 9 on the table.
We are the ninth position.
They're not even going to Kazakhstan to play Conference League, because they wouldn't make it.
God.
I mean, before there was a time they won Conference League. They went to all this Kazakhstan. They even played with a cloth named tissue paper.
Oh no.
Anna, yes, the
Hmm?
club is known as Serviette.
I won't say anything. I won't say anything. I'll just
Am
allow
I
you to
It's
say.
like that
lying?
You
tissue
know,
paper.
it's
Is
actually
it
not
a
your fault.
lie?
It's actually not the
Is
fault. It's
is
Serviette.
it
actually the
a
manager's
lie?
fault.
Is it a
So,
lie?
it's not a
Is
lie,
it a
but
lie?
I'll
You are
just let it
beating
slide.
Serviette. Your fans you are doing that club. I'm very
Whew.
sure they were playing with Corinthians, Bible based clubs,
I mean,
Bible based
those
clubs,
Bible-based club, they got
Corinthians,
backings from the Lord. Pasha,
Corinthians,
Pasha.
Serviette,
Those ones did Pasha.
tissue paper, right? Those are the
Dear
people you're saying. But
followers and
now
audience, can you
you don't
see
even
two
have the
against
opportunity
one
to
today?
play.
Can
You
you
I'm
don't even
not
have the
see
against you. I
the
can
opportunity
never
to
gang
be
play.
up
against you. We're
against
on the
the
same
gang
team.
up? This is a coup set up to
Olakunle, we're on
destroy
the same
Chelsea.
team. I'm serious.
No,
I'm serious. We're on the same team.
When Abraham was talking, you were just, you were enjoying the flow. Can you see Chelsea fans out there
Me.
just, take
I
heart,
was
just take
This
heart.
hold
is
on,
this is
hold on.
wow. This is
I was
oh my
laying
god. I
down the
cannot
fact.
believe it.
I was laying down the fact actually because Chelsea has won no lost 12 finals.
Yesterday, yeah, this
One,
season.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then 11, 12.
Guys, we're
12
giving too
finals.
much time
12
to
finals.
Olakunle's game. Please, let's allow
Yeah,
him
yeah,
to breathe, okay? Please
yeah,
allow
yeah,
us to
will.
No,
breathe.
no,
We that were
Please,
just
please, please.
breathing.
now you are
Please,
supporting
okay?
Chelsea. Now you are
Olakunle,
supporting
hold
Chelsea.
on. Olakunle, please do not
We'll come
Chelsea
back to
join the
him
quiz.
later.
Do not Chelsea join the quiz. Please. I need you to be there. Don't be like
No
your
comments
boys.
made.
I mean, you may support Chelsea, but like that cartoon say they can take our freedom, but they can never take our freedom.
Anna, this is what
I
we are
can't
going to
remember
do in the quiz.
I can't remember the
Anna, we are
animation
going
I
to do
watched that.
we are going to cook together against Abraham in the quiz today. Anna, we
Yeah,
are going to work with
I'd
you.
like to see it.
Anna,
I
I'd like
fly
to
Anna,
see it.
solo.
you fly solo.
Oh,
We
okay.
allow him to fly solo.
Okay.
Me,
All
I
right.
fly solo.
You fly solo.
Are you guys
Wow, can you
ready?
see?
Yeah.
You're ready.
You see,
Mm-hmm.
the issues that we have this time round, I don't want. I think both of you, you're not supposed to be on the same team because I need to be the referee here today, right? I don't have a lot of experience. I don't have a lot of things to say. I want both of
What are
you
we talking
to
about?
not. Yeah. So today's theme is health in Nigeria. Yeah. We have
Health. Okay.
different angles, different angles. Yeah. I
No
have gone
problem.
to the
Here to picky
and
people's
crannies,
brains.
the nooks and crannies of the world. I went to Antarctica, went to Siberia, I
Mm-mm.
went
The
to
North Pole,
I
the South
in
Pole.
fact I took a sample from volcano and I brought it, right?
Mm-mm.
So we're going to sample
Mm. Can't
everywhere like
wait.
this, everywhere. Let's see the first one. Let's see the first one.
EFCC committed an abomination in Akwa Ibom State. Professor Eyo Ekpe was washing into
Tell
a
us.
surgery that he never did. Why? Because masked men from the EFCC entered the hospital, took out tinted bus and fired tear gas inside the hospital. Patients ran, nurses ran, people on drips ran. According to NME, that's the Nigerian Medical Association, they beat this professor until he was bleeding from his forehead. Handcuffed him, dragged him outside the hospital with 3 other staff. Why? They wanted to verify medical reports, a piece of paper for somebody that committed fraud. Now, the EFCC has come out to say, we wrote 2 letters, but we didn't get any response. Fine. Let's say that that's exactly what happened. Let us assume that the hospital ignored every letter. Tell me, in what country does an unanswered letter justify tear gas in a ward? In what world does the answer to "we are not replying your emails" become bookmarks men with 2 buses
Zootopia
in
does
a place where people
better.
are fighting for their lives? There's a thing called court order. There's a thing called subpoena. There's a thing called the rule of law. None of these things require beating up a medical practitioner. And here's the thing nobody is even saying. Here's the part nobody is even saying. This Professor Ekpe had a patient on the table. We don't know that person's name. We don't know if they have children. We don't know if they made it. But we already know that the person is already a casualty. This person is one of the casualties of yesterday. Let me also tell you other casualties. Every
This
other
is how
single
villains are
patient
made.
who was supposed to be on the surgeon's list this week is casualty. The pregnant woman was supposed to be wheeled into a different theater when tear gas was fired in the corridor is already a casualty. The dialysis patient who could not get his dialysis done yesterday because staff scattered, casualty. The newborn in Niku whose nurses ran to abandon them because of they are trying to save themselves, casualties. When you attack the hospital, you're not just attacking one man, you're injuring everybody he was about to save. You're injuring every other doctor in that building. It's simple maths. Simple. But there's even the longer one. We have less than 80 cardiothoracic surgeons for 220 million Nigerians. Other countries like USA has
We're 220. Chai.
for 330 million people. Uyo has only one, which is this particular surgeon. The entire state has lost its surgery capacity in one afternoon because of EFCC. So when a young doctor in Abuja is seeing this video now, 28, what do you want them to do next?
I actually need to comment on this thing that he said. He said there's only one cardiothoracic surgeon in Uyo. I think there are about 22 in Nigeria. Do you know that for every dog in the United, there's one MRI machine for every 2 dogs in the United States? Do you know that? There's
No, I didn't.
one
Just hearing it.
MRI machine. We're not talking of humans, not humans. A dog, right? Do you know that when you want to do an MRI or a CT, right? Because it's kind of the same machine, but they use different chemicals called contrast. They look at different things. Do you know that in America, if you're too fat, right, and the MRI machine can't contain you because it's like a cylinder, right, with magnets and all of that. They call the zoo as MRI machines. The zoo. Do you know what is inside a zoo? Monkeys, gorillas, they have MRI machines, right? So when someone is too fat, it's like 500 kg, 400 kg, can't fit inside the MRI machine, they call the zoo. Hello, we have a patient. Our MRI machine now is gonna break. If you put that patient there, or we cannot stuff them inside. Can you borrow us? Then they get ambulance, wheel them there, and that's it. I know it's true because I was in an MRI machine myself. I know how it looks like, so I've been there. There's not a lot of space there. So we're just talking about machines now, not even personnel. All right, let's. I know it's saddening, but let's continue hearing what you want to say.
Japa, we've lost that person too. We're not just losing Professor Ekpe today, oh. Yes. We're losing every other person, every other doctor who has watched this and decided that Nigeria is not safe for them anymore. How many doctors do we have in this country?
I mean, they kidnap doctors. Once they find out that they are doctors, they kidnap them.
When your sister goes into cardiac arrest during surgery, when your child is born and there's a hole in the heart, God forbid that is not our portion. Who do you think will be in the theater? EFCC? Or the surgeon that they chased out of the country? This is not even about EFCC versus doctors. It's about whether Nigeria still has the basic decency to treat a hospital like a hospital. So I'm calling on these people directly.
Hold on. There's also something I want to say, right? It's saddening because we need to keep saying this over and over again. During times of war, right? The hospital, ambulances, the Red Cross, these are elements that you can't actually attack during times of war. Do you
Once
understand
they
what I mean?
attack them, it's
no,
that they are
it's
really coming for you.
No, it's just it's called war crime. It's a war crime that you. So when things happen, people run to hospitals because you can't attack a hospital. Now let's say Olakunle is familiar with Ikeja now in Lagos. In Ikeja, there is a Air Force base there, right? Then there is a general hospital there, right? If I am in the middle of the road and then something happens, and I have two options: run to the hospital or go inside the Air Force base. I won't actually go inside the Air Force base. I'll run towards the hospital because the hospital is supposed to be, if it's any target at all, it's supposed to be the last target. So we know, based on that, it is basic decency. You can attack the Air Force base, right? You can, because that's a legitimate target. In fact, even in the
Sure.
Air Force base, you can't attack the civilians there, the civilian
There,
quarters there. You can only attack where they keep the armory, the equipment,
where you
where
know that
the
it's
helicopters,
military.
the planes. Yes, that is the only place you can even attack. But let's say, okay, that's Air Force base. Let's say they made a mistake. They shall know this is the Air Force base. Let us throw bomb there, so you wouldn't go there. But you're supposed to be able to go inside the hospital and say, oh yeah, nobody is gonna come here. Police is not gonna come here and scatter everywhere. Nothing is gonna happen, right? But that is based on what he said. That is what is supposed to happen. So if something like this can't happen during wartime in sane places, I mean, even in sane places, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. This thing, if you want to think of wars that have been fought where medical personnel, non-combatant medical personnel were attacked, that should be World War I or World War II,
Two.
right? More than 50 years ago, right? And why? Because it's desperation. You go there, you see, oh, that's Red Cross. So because you want to reduce the morale of your opponent, right? You
Mm-hmm.
start attacking. They have on their helmets, they will put that cross there, right? That
Mm.
cross.
Yes, actually.
Yeah, so they put it there, and then that person is not a combatant. They can't even carry a gun, right? They can't shoot, but they are there. They wear the uniform, and then they go to the war with them. So they started shooting. The Soviets would shoot, or is it the Soviets or what's it called? The Nazis. They would shoot these medical personnel, and what happened would be the medical personnel had to actually now disguise. That was what they did. So at that time it was desperation. But
It
now
was
I
brutal.
don't know. Yeah, so we're not at war now. I oh, I should say we are at war too, but because everybody is, we're nonchalant about this. We don't care. We think it's not gonna affect us. That's why, it has happened in Uyo. Yeah, fine. I think it's gonna saturate in the coming years. So these things are happening, things that wouldn't happen during times of war, right? And it is happening now, and everybody is keeping quiet. I know doctors, maybe I don't really like lazy doctors, but for anything that happens in this country, I can't actually blame doctors. I can't blame the majority of them. Yeah, because when I went
Like
for my
you
clinic,
cannot.
I saw a doctor. I had to like see, look, I know you. It was physically tired. I can see it in him. He
Get
was
out.
physically tired. He was a resident doctor, and I had to tell him, look, I'm not here to disturb you or anything. I know you're actually tired, and I just said, this is what I need. Can you just, I just need to see this person. That's all. And he was like, yeah. So we knew then. I mean, it wasn't 1 p.m. at that time when he was physically tired. Do you know what he must have been doing for him to be physically
Every
tired at
day.
1
Sometimes they
p.m.?
would work hours. They would work 18 hours. They would work, and sometimes they have to now take a break in their room and rest and then still come back again. So you
I
don't
they
even know
phys-
the
he
level of
was tired
stress.
physically. He was tired. Now I'm saying this not because this was the person. It was one of the um doctors, the dentist that reopened my jaw, went in and then had to nibble down the jaw that had issues, right? So it was a person because he even recognized me. Asked about when I saw him later. I asked about me. Oh, what's going on? But at that moment when I saw him, he was sitting down. I knew he was actually tired. Now these are the people that EFCC would go into their workplace and disrupt. Who told you that the letter that you wrote is more important than lives that should be saved? Who told you that your letter is actually more important than the people they are attending to at that moment? We already said it. That man, that surgeon, is the only
The
surgeon
only
for that,
that
yes,
means
in
he
that
would have
state.
a line
In that
of
state.
patients.
So if he's the one who will attend to that letter that he wrote, you say he wrote it twice, fine. If he's the one that will attend to it, that means he's been busy. He has not got to it. Why did you call him? Did you go there yourself? You sent a letter, and then when nobody responded, you now went there with your van,
With tear
and then
gas.
him.
You know,
So
for my own aspect, I think the high level of indecency in Nigeria does not
And
only affect the hospital.
indiscipline.
Indiscipline and indecency in Nigeria, not only hospital, but because of today's video is about the hospital and the surgeon, I think the armed forces see themselves more superior in this aspect most of the time right now.
are they part of the
Because
armed forces actually?
They are not the armed
I'm just
forces,
I'm just
Olakunle.
using it, I'm just using it in a general form because the EFCC, the police, I'm saying in a general
Because
form right
even
now.
even
The
even man o war,
EFCC,
Boy
the
Scouts,
police, I'm telling you
they
right
will
now,
want to feel
everybody,
among.
all these people call themselves EFCC, I'm telling you, army, the navy, every one
Once
of
they
them.
give them the
Now,
power to
the gun,
arrest,
you see the power, it's not
once
even
they
the power
have
to
power to
arrest.
arrest,
It's not even the power to arrest. The first question I want to ask in this particular video is that what is the guarantee that surely a letter was written to the hospital? What is the
Well,
evidence
I
to show
think
that? What is
I think it was later confirmed that we'll look at that later. But I know that they actually wrote a letter. I am not sure, but I think the long and short of it was they wanted to verify a medical report submitted to them by someone who had committed fraud and was arrested by them. Right. So it's not even if you want to. I mean, what people do is you want to verify a medical report, you go physically to the place and then you demand. I mean, if you go in there and then you say we demand to see somebody, we need to know is this thing correct or not
or
right now,
not,
because aha. So why would you go
even
there
there, even
or you
even
even
there's
go with the
constitutional
patient,
way.
or you go
Apart
with
from
the
that, there are
patient
even
for a
there
fresh
are even
test.
constitutional way. There are even constitutional whereby the court can actually issue a letter for immediate approval
yeah,
or
and you are
immediate
EFCC, you
consultation.
can actually
And
get
simply
it.
they can
You
actually
can
get this.
get it.
So that's what I'm saying
You
that the
don't need
level of
anything. Just
indecency.
approach the court and
That's what I'm saying that the level of indecency in Nigeria right now has now gone beyond the aspect of respecting one profession or the other. It's now a way of trampling on people's rights. They don't see the surgeon and the patient as human in that particular context. Because it's very, very, to me, I won't say it is insane, but it's actually
It
very
is
insane
insane.
for you to throw
Mm.
a tear gas into the hospital where you know that there are on all these sick people in that particular ward. Even the tear gas
Not even,
can actually affect
it will
many
cause
lives,
harm.
of course,
especially those ones that are actually
definitely.
having a cardiac arrest, people that are actually having a heart disease. Once they inhale this kind of gas,
Or
immediately can actually
asthma.
die instantly. Hello, so it is asked not to. What I'm just saying is that it's asked not to do with they want a verification. It's just a way of tramping on saying that we are more superior than this, and
Proving
government
authority,
has
proving power.
and government has saying this, and yet they're not doing anything about it. And that's why we have in our
Uh,
community right now, EFCC does a lot of. That's why the fact that we have been calling them out about mismanagement of probably their constitution or actually misappropriation of their activities. Yet government has never called them to order. I believe this particular video we just watched right now, it has been on air for about 3 days right now. But this surgeon and nothing has been done. None of the
yeah.
EFCC's orders has been called upon for statement or why they do that. Because to be honest, if I'm the government, if I'm actually the president at the moment, that particular squad should be first and foremost detained, because this has nothing to do with the surgeon anymore, right? It has to do with
let's
the patient
let's
instantly.
see let's
Olanipeku
hear
Olukoyede.
the people that
Discipline
he
the officers
actually
who
call.
led this operation publicly, not a quiet redeployment, not a public sanction. Apologize
That
to this
redeployment used to
professor,
annoy
to
me.
UUTH, and to every
Well,
Nigerian who has watched their hospital turn
you
into
know,
a war
it
zone.
annoys me
Then
too
publish your
because
agency's standard.
how would a police officer kill somebody and then you say you dismiss what you did?
Redeploy.
Kill me, you know how now?
Abraham,
That's
do
In
how
a
you
villains
safe
be.
remember?
country, that
That's
does
how
not
villains are
Do you
stand.
made.
remember?
So
Do you
this
remember
thing like
SARS
this
to
will never happen
SWAT?
again.
Abraham, do you remember SARS
My
to
dear.
SWAT?
Social
I
welfare,
remember.
The
Professor
same thing, the same situations.
Alipati.
They just did
They
naming
will deploy
ceremony.
them
Must be declared
because these are the people they
protected
actually
zones
need
in
during the
law.
election.
The same
These
way
are the
we
people
treat
that they
schools
need at
and
their
places
dogs
of worship.
to
Bring
cause
the bill,
harm, to
and the
cause
medical community will
chaos.
stand
You
with
know,
you.
when they need them. So that's
To
what
the
I'm saying. That
president.
Wait. Let's
The
hear. What
government
is
Cannot ask doctors to stay. When
Can you
our
just go
agencies
back
are hunting
to
them
where he
inside
talked
our
about
theaters.
the bill?
One word from publicly, not a quiet redeployment, not a public sanction. Apologize to this professor, to UUTH, and to every Nigerian who has watched their hospital turn into a war zone. Then publish your agency's standard operating procedure for engaging with health institutions. So this
Good.
thing like this will never happen again. To the Honorable Minister of Health and Social
If
Welfare,
he does,
Professor
you sue.
Muhammad Alipati. Hospitals must be declared protected zones in law, the same way we treat schools and places of worship.
They are
Bring the bill,
protected
the
already
medical community
now.
will stand with you. To the president, the administration cannot ask doctors to stay when our agencies are hunting them inside our own theaters. One word from you fixes this. We are waiting for that word. The enemy is currently on strike in Akwa Ibom as we speak. Patients are being
Imagine now
treated
they've
in
gone on
hospitals.
strike.
People whose lives,
They've gone
the
on
count of
strike.
yesterday is already being counted in lives. The longer this drags, the higher that count goes. We cannot save Nigerian lives if the people trying to save them are not safe in the same building that we built for them to do that work. Respect the hospital, respect the white coat. Everybody will know.
Professor of cardiothoracic surgery was dragged out of a hospital by operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. You may be wondering, what concerns Professor of Surgery with financial crime? Is it into 419 or MMA?
Let me
So
ask
this
them.
is like the legal aspect of it. So let's watch.
419 or MMA? None of the above. The operatives of EFCC wrote letters twice to the hospital requiring verification for a medical report submitted by a suspect who allegedly defrauded microfinance banks. The EFCC has a mandate under the law to require that verification. However, the EFCC Act gives the EFCC power to arrest with a warrant, or if a person is found in the commission of a crime at the crime scene. Is the doctor a criminal in this situation? Do you have a warrant to arrest him? I doubt, because nobody has referred to that. I have read the press statements by EFCC. I have listened to the version of the story of the man, the professor in question. Two wrongs do not make a lawful arrest. There's a video online that showed tear gas being deployed at the inside hospital. That people have high blood pressure, respiratory issues. Patient is running a tasketa, doctor is running for their life. As it stands, the NMA, that's Medical Association of Doctors in Akwa Ibom, Uyo, where this happened, has declared an indefinite strike. This means that innocent patients will pay the price for this problem, and some of them will pay with their life. What does the law say? Number one, both parties are wrong. An institution and its members must cooperate with lawful investigation. However, Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, the lack of cooperation by an institution towards your investigation should never lead to escalation. The rightful thing to do is to get a court order compelling compliance. Now, call to action. Ministry of Interior is not just to declare public holiday. We need to now start reminding people the reasons behind these holidays, because why is a worker during the month that we did Workers' Day being treated worse than a suspect? Because even a suspect must be treated with human decency and dignity. The NMA must remind its members that they have a duty to society and the law. EFCC must sanction the officer that fired that tear gas in the hospital publicly. There's an urgent need for the orientation and the training of our law enforcement agents, because power power does not supersede due process. It's the other way around. You cannot claim to enforce the law and disregard the same law. I am Timi Agbaje. I'm an interpreter of the law. What does the law say?
Okay. So what do you guys have to say about that?
There was nothing, like I said earlier. I said it's already entrenched in the constitution that the law, the hospitals, the religion bodies, and schools are actually not a war
Safe
zone.
zones.
But like as we all know, this thing is already in the constitution. But what is the government doing about the execution of this particular law? And that is what is crazy about Nigeria constitutional system. It's not that we are making a new law already. The law is already entrenched. It's already constitutional in the 1999 constitution. Check the laws there. Hospitals, schools, and religious bodies are not the war zone. But what are we still doing in executing this particular law? So it's baffling when this kind of situation comes on and people saying that the president should come out and make a statement. What about the situation that happened in Kwara State? When last did he make a statement? What about the one that happened in Maiduguri State? What happened?
I mean, there was a kidnap yesterday in Oyo State.
So
no
when did he make a
statements.
Yeah, and
So
I saw it.
we are dragging something that we are just dragging ourselves backward. We just want we are restating and reinforcing. We are just repeating the same issues and over. We have the solution.
Yes.
We have the solution right now. It's not about there's no solution. It's already there in the constitution, and the president will never come out to make a statement.
I mean, if it's already there in the constitution, why are they not following it? Or are they now trying to say that the constitution cannot give them an instruction? Even as a body, don't they have due process? Don't they have a way to follow for these things? If you said you wrote a letter, what is the way forward? Or is it in the what part of the constitution says section this subsection this says if you send a letter for this and the person does not respond, you have the authority, you have it in you, you have the power to go to the hospital and cause chaos, release tear gas and pandemonium, and pick the doctor like a criminal, and then go ahead and do. There's nowhere. So where are we getting it from? Where are we getting this indecent what's the word? This indiscipline that we have carried on our shoulders as human beings in Nigeria is mind-boggling or whatever the word is. It is so serious and it is annoying. Honestly speaking, there are processes to follow. There are due processes to follow for these things, but everybody wants to show authority. They want to show power because they have they have the mandate. They have the mandate to make arrests, to take suspected people, or to keep an aspect of the law, preserve an aspect of the law. So because they have that authority now, then they decide that, let us go overboard with it. Even as a criminal, if you arrest, you're not supposed to even treat a criminal like that. The law says until the person has been proven a suspect now. Until the person has been proven and found guilty, they are not even guilty. They are not guilty until they have been found guilty. Now, even if they are guilty, you don't treat them that way. In a sane society, if just as Abraham said that when a police would kill somebody, they would transfer them or redeploy them or suspend them or even just sack them without going through. That is literal murder. It's not like you killed the person, there was any exchange of gunfire or something, or any exchange, nothing. The person might just be on their own and you shoot them, you take their life. You have committed whatever the law calls it. Culpable homicide, murder. I'm not really very conversant with which is which and in which circumstances.
Homicide, yeah.
So if you do that, it is homicide, whether it's an intention to kill or there is no intention. I think the names actually come with the intention to kill or without the intention. So even if it's without the intention, you have to still go to the law to prove to the law that you took this life without the intention to do that. That means they will have to backdate and look back at what happened on that day. Witnesses, conversations. Did you threaten the person? If you threatened the person, then you had an intention. Even if you didn't mean it, that's what they tell you, not to threaten somebody and say, I'll see the end of all those threats that people make. Do you know who I am? I will see the end of you. I can do this, I can do that. That's what they tell you, not to make those threats, because if something bad happens to the person, you can be held responsible for it. Now, it is very sad to see that even doctors that are responsible for lives get this kind of treatment. You're supposed to treat them like babies. I'm not going to lie, because you are begging them to stay. If you say we have only one cardiothoracic surgeon, I keep wondering, like, as doctors, are they not student doctors? Are they not going to school? How comes you have just 22? Are they not graduating students? They're graduating and some of them are running away. Some of them are refusing to
Yes,
work.
yes.
Some of them are
yes.
deciding, you know what, I'm not even going to practice at all. Some of them have chosen a different profession to work in, because they know that their lives are not valued. They know that they would pour in and give their all, and some of them would even die in the line of duty.
How many doctors that have graduated that are doing
A
content
lot.
creation? Olakunle, doctors. We've used some of their videos for Spotlight, for live.
They will come and tell us
right?
online how to take care of our bodies, how to take care of ourselves. But hospital, they will not go.
in during Spotlight today, right? The one that said, "Oh, I'm an anatomy lecturer." Do you know that guy will either be a graduate, a doctor already, or a student doctor?
Or a student, yeah.
He's doing if content creation blooms for him, that's it. He's not practicing anymore.
That's the end. It's not.
That's it.
You just come online and maybe just tell us benefits of drinking water, benefits of eating fruits.
So he's not going to
sleep.
Nothing. He's not there, and you continue to now have the less number of doctors. And when it's now time for those 22 to retire, that's why I say, hey, we don't have we don't have this, we don't have this one, we don't have that one again. Yeah, that's basically it. See, there's a lot. I told you that I went to the nooks and crannies. I went everywhere to bring. Now, watch this one.
Government hospital in this country that pays a doctor up to $10 an hour.
In Nigeria.
In Nigeria, really. But our senators earn more than European senators. An average Nigerian doctor is not happy. Nigerian doctors remain the best wherever we find ourselves. Our people are traveling, our politicians are traveling to the UK to meet Nigerian doctors. I'm being threatened. A policeman has told me, do you know I can slap you in the emergency? Last year alone, like 4,000 doctors left. In a single year, that I'm giving you 5 years from today, we're in 2025, by 2030, you might have to sit for 24 hours before you can access a doctor. Come on, look at neighboring countries now, Benin. Even Cameroon, doctors get paid better than Nigeria. An average Nigerian doctor would need 10 years to buy a car. There is no Nigerian doctor that is on government payroll that can drive a 2025 car. Show me one. I know of 4 consultants that went to Saudi Arabia.
I know of 2.
Do everything within your means not to fall sick. All these things we are talking about, you are one diagnosis away from being broke. You know that you can be taking the right medications, but it's fake. Or it's substandard.
Yeah.
See, the Nigerian doctors remaining in Nigeria is because
That one said the fake medication. Oh,
This one just actually just
See,
threatened.
just hold on,
or
just
using
hold
drug.
on, just hold on.
please
See,
be held on, sir.
read this comment. Read this comment. Can you see the comment? You can see the comment on the page, right?
This is
Nom, nom, nom,
Nigeria.
That's how I read it.
We are good to this. These are ridiculous comments and reply and comment from people. This is normal. When we
I mean, Olakunle, remember what we said on Spotlight? They will always look for the solution, a solution to an entirely different problem, and come and bring it to solve.
I mean,
More like-
if you're paying them well, there won't be any problem of.
Do you know
a lot of
something?
doctors.
Do you know this person that is saying
Running
Nigerian doctors should stay in Nigeria? If a doctor tells them pay 50K for consultancy, do you know that they are not going to pay?
Of course.
Consultancy.
Of course.
I read a tweet.
Somebody
Somebody said his landlord, he's a I think he's a either a medical student or a doctor already, a practicing doctor. He said his landlord increased. His landlord used to come and ask him. He used to give his landlord free this thing consultation, right? So his landlord, even family members self of the landlord, friends, landlord now
Hmm.
increase his rent, 100% increase. So the next time the landlord asked him, sent him a DM and asked him, he told him that he's now collecting money. Oh. The landlord started asking him, so you collect money from the other day. The man was trying to gaslight him. He now told him, I need money to pay my rent. He just told him, I need money to pay my rent. I need to be able to pay my rent. So
We are
if you're
this
not
true
going to
now.
pay for this, don't.
There are no
It is
consultation.
it is not just he's not just the only one. A whole lot of them. They don't mind going to the store to buy a bag or a wig of 300k, 700k, 1
Hmm.
million, 5 million. They don't mind buying a shirt, a shoe of 500,000, wristwatch. They don't mind buying 4 million naira phone, 6 million naira phone. But if you tell them pay doctor 50,000 naira for consultation, 100,000 naira for consultation to see the doctor, and in fact, okay, go to the hospital, go and do tests. When you go to do the test and they tell you, oh, it's 150, how can it be so expensive? You people are so expensive in this place. So you will now go and be looking for the hospital that they will do it for 35,000 for you. And then if you don't see, you will come online and be shouting, Nigerian medical services. Like, look, they are not serious. Bunch of jokers, near. Bunch of jokers and unserious wicked human beings. I'm not going to lie. If you say doctor should not go, even you treat them well, pay for their services. If you're a doctor, is this how you want them to
All
treat
right,
you?
so I
If you
think
go through
one
the
of the things,
rigors
our major problem in Nigeria
of
is actually
being
not.
a doctor, is this how you should be treated? No empathy, no nothing.
Hmm.
I know. Doctors are actually treated badly, and I think it is not going to stop. Like what the guy said, coming
You were you
2026,
were
it's
going
not
to
about
you were going to talk
this.
about
This
solutions, right?
yes. My major solution is not about focusing on the doctor right now. Is reformation of the forces, because I think right now we don't have a problem of the
What
doctors
forces?
actually. Let's talk about from police, from army, from EFCC, so-called EFCC, that they believe that they're actually the one in the right. I think governments, if it's possible for the government to give them some prescriptive rules. I remember 2 years ago when the government was trying to give the last man gun, and people were asking them a question that what is it needed for? That kind of situation like that. Just imagine that we have last man on the road with that gun. That's why the fact that we just explain one brutal experience of the
I know
SARS.
Anna doesn't know what LASMA is. Lagos State Traffic Management Agency. You can go on TikTok,
I
YouTube,
think your last
This
miles are all
Instagram.
Castile. You people's last
okay.
miles
I
are
So
all
this kind,
Castile.
so
All
this
of
kind
well,
of
them,
I
they're
don't
the
know.
this
same
kind
There's
this
WhatsApp group.
traffic
particular people.
management industry.
So this kind
No,
of
no, hold
traffic
on.
management
Olakle,
officers.
what I wanted to say is there are videos of these LASTMA officials on the bonnets. I know you may not. I mean, try to digest what I'm saying. There are videos of LASTMA agents, LASTMA officials on the bonnets of cars. Why? Because they needed to stop or arrest or detain the vehicle or whatever, and the vehicles decided no. And so what they had resorted to was to now hold on to the wipers, and then the motorists were also driving and taking them away, right? So they stayed on. Do you know how crazy it is on Third Mainland Bridge?
I saw
You
the
are,
video.
cro-
I saw the
you are
video.
crossing crossing the lagoon as a last mile official on someone's bonnet. Are you a SWAT officer? What's going on? And that is someone that is someone you want to
Abi
give
is
a
Superman.
gun.
You're a Superman.
I
No,
actually
if
saw
it
the
is if
video
it is
too.
Superman, I mean Superman we know, but we know that SWAT officials, SEAL teams, they can do things. Special forces can do something like that, right? But you are just the last mile official, so it means if they are given guns, what they
Hmm.
will do is they will never, because now that you don't have a gun, you're on the bonnet of someone's car,
Now imagine
someone's
imagine having
vehicle.
a gun.
If you have a gun,
Hmm.
all right.
That would be the
So
most disastrous one. It
So
happens
so
2 years ago. So when we saw the video, it actually happened 2 years ago, and it was actually a bill passed by the House of Assembly that the last man should be
okay.
given gun. And but thank God that there was a spiral reaction from the masses, from the people, that we are actually
And
in the
they
we
are
are
just
actually in
in
the gutter.
Lagos.
They're
They're
just
just
in
in Lagos.
Lagos.
I mean,
So so
the
imagine.
I get that civil
Hmm.
defense, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps was is nationwide. So and they've been given arms. I know when they were given arms, right? Not very long ago. I'm not sure it's up to 15 years that they now
Yeah,
bear
that's it.
arms, right? So they help the imagine that one too. They cannot arrest you. NSCDC cannot arrest you, but they bear. Why? Why you? Why they bear AK-47?
I'm
Everybody
serious.
just want
But
AK-47.
but
What's
but but it's actually just a good thing. It's
so
actually a good thing that the
now
bill was not accepted.
what yeah, it wasn't accepted, but you can't just say that the solution of what is going on now in Nigeria in the health sector, right? The solution is those forces. For me, I have a question for you. My question is, don't you think that it is the state of the economy of Nigeria that has made this thing to be like this? One that has made one the doctors that we have to be running away abroad. Two, that is making EFCC officials to do this way because they are with the highest bidder, or they are doing it at the behest of someone who you know gives them money, right? They benefit financially from that person, whether it's their boss or whatever. Don't you think it is because of the way the economy is that all these things are happening?
All right. So, okay. So I think I would actually say that probably, but the state of economy is affecting the doctors in the country, which is 100% sure, because yes, like what the guy said, no doctor is paying $10 per hour in Nigeria, which is actually right. You have seen that in many scenarios, in hospital, especially in hospitals, whereby about 100 patients out there waiting to see the doctor, and there's only one single doctor in the hospital, and the doctor you want to see is already exhausted. Around 10 a.m. in the morning, he's exhausted, he's tired already, he's weary. So he has no strength in him to actually just diagnose and actually ask you a couple of questions. But in the aspect of the EFCC aspect, I don't think it's the state of the economy. I think it is the wrong placement of indiscipline and the government's negligence toward their own aspect of saying that, okay, because I know about judicial independence, but I don't know about executive independence. I have not heard that before in government. I know about judicial
Okay.
independence, whereby they have the sovereignty to make law, to interpret law for the people. But I've never heard about the executive independence, whereby the EFCC can go beyond their principle, can go beyond their policies of doing excess, whereby the government will never call them to order. So that I'm saying that the aspect of the state of economy is not affecting the EFCC. It's just a way of overusing their power, just like having a veto
Mhm.
power, overusing their power, believing that the government will never do anything about it. And I want to give a good scenario. I remember about 4 years ago in Lagos State that when Tinubu was about to come, I think when Tinubu was coming, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was coming to power, all the bike riders were taken away from Lagos State. I don't know about that state, but in Lagos State, all bike riders, especially those motorcycle, were taken away totally, completely. You don't even see a single motorcycle in, I say
Mhm.
motorcycle, yes, in Lagos State. But what happened about 3 months ago? Suddenly, I just realized that Bariga, Lagos Island, come and see different bike riders right now driving recklessly on the road. And at first I actually thought probably they were doing it in their own corridor, not allowing the forces to see. But I realized that it is the force that actually released those bikes to them, give it to them to start working. Then when after election they collect it back from them. So now what does that play to my head? It simply plays to my head that those people call the forces, the police and EFCC, believe that the government cannot do anything about them because they are actually acting under the government. They are actually the
Hmm.
one serving as a watchdog to the government. If the government is trying to call them down, we are not going to work for you. Just like a threatening. If you're trying to shut off, you know what? When it's time for your election, we won't be there to protect you. So that I'm seeing, just like the way we're having the Boko Haram in Nigeria and the bandits, their excessiveness is too much. It is like they have this kind of a backing that if you shut us up today, if you shut us down today, there's going to be a repercussion from your own end. And that's what I'm saying from EFCC, because it's too gruesome for you to leave your office and go to hospital. Not even taking, if I know, let's say you are not educated, but you know what is called health issues. Not even thinking about the people who are actually diagnosed with probably heart disease, asthmatic patient. Not even going there, but throwing tear gas is so ridiculous, it's insane. To think even a madman will never do such a thing. Now regarding a sane person. So the aspect of the EFCC going beyond those acts, acting like a dog, acting like a wild dog, is because they believe that government has nothing on them. At the end of the day, the government will just die down, and that's what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not come out and said, this is what we are going to do about it. We haven't seen any development from their end. We haven't seen those people who actually went there to throw their guy. Probably their pictures has been placed on social media, on newspapers, about these are the people and these are what we are doing, because they know government will not do anything about it. So the state of economy is only affecting the medical doctors, because yet they are not paid well and they are used like ram. I remember there was a hospital I went. I don't want to mention the name of the hospital. I was there from 9 a.m. in the morning. I was attended to after 8 in the night. I was sick. I was brought to the hospital from 9 a.m. in the morning. When it got to my turn, it was after 8. Imagine me. By the time the doctor saw me already, I'm already well. I just told the doctor, you know what, just prescribe drugs for me. Because imagine from 9, it's insane. Imagine from 9 a.m. I'm in the hospital. When it's now 8 p.m. at night, the doctor now ask me what's happening to you. I just say, you know what?
What's happening to you, bro?
I just said, you know what? Just give me paracetamol or tell me. I just told him a couple of things, because I don't have enough time again. I don't have the energy to now tell you now, ask me a couple of, because I'm tired. And I can see the exhaustion from the doctor also. He was just like, you know what, just tell me. And at the end of the day, I was giving paracetamol, things I can get by my next door in my house. So the EFCC and the doctor are like two different topics. Actually, no well paid. They are more used, and it is affecting the economy, because governments cannot pay them. Government know that they can pay them, but they cannot pay them. But the aspect of the EFCC, I'm telling you, is a misuse of power. They know that government cannot do anything about it. They know. Okay, look at the situation of SARS and SWAT. That was most the ridiculous thing. We can see how viral the SARS was misbehaving in the street, arresting people, collecting their phones. At the end of the day, what the government can do is to change their name, organization, change your. They are same people. The funny part of this is that the same people. You change the name from SARS to SWAT because we said NSAT. So you know what?
They did rename.
I don't understand. It's ridiculous. So that's just my own take from that.
Okay. Let's see.
This may be a long video because we are going to talk about some very uncomfortable truths. Okay, let's start with the fact that like a year ago, a doctor was practicing in his private hospital and some men went with pew and they shot him and he lost his life. Okay, and then
this on a real pew
like that. And more recently, a young doctor was working in a government hospital, and because some people brought their patient to the hospital and had a negative outcome, these people decided to beat up the doctor. A mob of people beat him up seriously, and a few weeks later, I guess, he died of the injuries, allegedly so. Okay, and it won't have been so bad. But when you see the comment section and you see what Nigerians were saying about the fact that a human being that is a medical doctor was beaten to death, more or less, okay. And there's some of them were saying it serves them right. If one of them don't buy now, the rest of them will sit up and treat us well. And some were said, in fact, the one that I just saw now is a physiotherapist too, saying what did he do? Now, what did he go do in the process of doing his job? Not be saying that he carry gun, delete the person. No, they now beat him and they died of his injuries. And you, that you are supposed to also be a worker in the health sector, you are saying maybe it's something the doctor did that provoked it, Abi. Now, let me tell you why there is so much hatred against medical doctors especially, and against other members of the health sector. Now, to start with, when most people that are in science courses want to do JAMB, to enter into universities, they want to do medicine. And a whole lot of them cannot get in because of the cutoff mark. You need a particular level of high intelligence to be able to get in to study medicine. Okay? So along the line, most people don't get in. And there is this undercurrent of animosity, envy, jealousy,
And that now translates into hatred against the doctors by those people that don't make the cut to enter into medical school. Now, even during the course of medical school, some people have to withdraw because they cannot cope. Okay, if you feel like when I was in school, if you fail 2 subjects out of 3 in 200 level, you are going to get withdrawn from medicine. Those that get withdrawn from medicine, some of them that don't have the spirit of God, they are going to hate doctors now. Don't you know? That's the way it goes. Okay, that's one. 2, other people that we work together in the health sector, some of them don't like us because some of them, after not getting into medicine, the other thing they can do is to go into all those other courses in the health sector that are not up to the level of the doctor. Then the other headache they have is that they say doctors are the head of the health team. Everybody in this generation wants to fight against the man that is said to be the head or to be the leader. So that one is granted, okay? Now let's talk about the larger society. By the time a doctor finishes medical school, starts housemanship, within a year he starts making money. After that he wants to go for NYSC, the youth service, okay? You see a lot of animosity against doctors at that point too, and it is because of the way people are paid, okay? At that point, when I was doing my house job, I think they were paying other coppers 5,000 naira per month. They were paying me 60-something thousand naira per month. So at the end of the day, when I'm going to collect my money, okay, they would pay us cash. They will give these people 10 pieces of 500 naira notes, and they will now give me 130 pieces. I think more than 130 pieces. You see, at the end of the day, everybody is seeing that doctor is collecting plenty of money. These doctors, doctor, you're collecting bemu, you're collecting big money. At the end of the day, it translates into envy and jealousy.
Whereas the money they're collecting is nothing compared to the stress.
Because people now feel that as a doctor, you are obligated as a rule to take care of them, whatever is happening to you. There was a time I was during my youth service, I was not feeling fine. I was the one that was on the couch. I was on admission and I was attending to patients on admission. I was still writing prescription for people on admission. And none of the patients actually said, doctor,
can you pause this, please?
Continue taking care of them until you drop.
You mean you go to the hospital?
I worked
Please.
Hold on. Let me pause it.
There was a doctor.
You see doctor on admission and you tell your doctor to write drugs for you. Like, you're not scared that this doctor is not in their sane, this person is not in their sane mind. You just feel like, you're a doctor.
Doctors are supernatural.
Some of them will have drink.
Anna, doctors are supernatural. I don't know what you are saying.
Even should remember that it's not Dr. Jesus, so he's a human being. It's not Dr. Jesus. You go, you meet. How do you think doctor is on admission? Probably with drip. You see, you know that this person is sick, and you still sit down. The person will not. People have mind. You see why I say that some people are so mean? They're always thinking about themselves. And even if you're thinking about yourself, you're not even thinking about yourself completely. Because if you're thinking about yourself completely, you would not stay for somebody who is sick to look after you and take care of you.
I think it's not about the people again. I think it's about the government. There's this particular saying in Yoruba land that if you don't respect people, if you don't respect your family members, outsider will never respect them. If government is not showing maximum respect to these doctors, showing how relevant they are in the society, paying them a good sum amount of money, protecting them from chaos, from fight, from animosity, no citizen in Nigeria will look into their eyes and says, you guys are not doing right. I have a question for you. Why is it that we Nigerians we fear policemen more than doctors? Because government let us understand that whenever there is a chaos, once they send the policemen, it is the backing of the government. We have the backing of the government. We can arrest you. So when the government,
but you see, you know that he said something about
respect.
You know, he said something about them being paid more than coppers. As coppers, they were being paid more, and that built resentment in the minds of other people that are there. So even if you now say they are being paid more, you expect them to, how some I would say, Aikin Jackie. They'll do donkey walk, a bit horse walk for you. If they increase doctors' money today, I know that it's on both sides. Both the government are not doing the right thing, and even between the citizens. If they increase doctors' money, both government and private hospitals, because we're ever talking about government, private hospitals are on their own. A doctor said he saw the money that the hospital that he was working in was making per month. He said he could not believe it, that the money that they are paying him, that is doing all the work, and the people on his level is like he said that I'm not sure they're collecting up to 200k, but they are carrying the load of the hospital. He said at first he was making excuses like, okay, they might be making money, but they have to maintain the hospital. He said until he saw the whole breakdown. of everything. That's why he knew that these people, they don't value me. I'm just doing again. I can
Thank
Jackie.
you.
You are
You
just
just use the word.
it
You
is
just
on
use the
this
word.
is
I'm looking for
private.
the
This is
value.
private.
It is
This
not
is
about money,
private.
it's the value. Thank you.
Government is the same thing. Government and private is in the all of them are in the
They are the
same
same thing.
WhatsApp group or WhatsApp channel. All of them are inside the same
Telegram.
WhatsApp channel. They
They are on Telegram.
they don't. So the doctors, the government are not doing their part. The private are not doing their part. We too that are supposed to understand, because all of us are supposed to be in this aluta together, this struggle together. But na lie, even we too, we don't understand. We don't
Thank you.
give them that grace of saying
Thank you.
these people are leading. A doctor can see 100 to 200, 300 patients in a day.
More than
So me, I used
100.
to wonder,
More
if
than
you are
that.
even the 300 patients, if you are the 300 patients, how are you even sure, Sef, that this doctor will even give you that priority? You understand? Because they are humans, they have their minds, they have their bodies. Like the
You
whole, when I
guys,
think about this thing, it gives me I think a lot. I like then he now said he's sick, he's now still writing prescription. Like hey,
Dr.
my own is fear.
Jesus.
Dr.
I
Jesus in
don't like what you
action.
are saying.
Listen,
I
big
don't
man,
like what you are
at the
saying
end of the
because
day,
Dr.
it
Jesus is in
translates
action.
into envy and jealousy. And then entitlement mentality too enters, because people now feel that as a doctor, you are obligated as a rule to take care of them, whatever is happening to you. There was a time I was saying during my youth service, I was not feeling fine. I was the one that was on the couch. I was on admission and I was attending to patients on admission. I was still writing prescription for people on admission. And none of the patients actually said, doctor, sorry, maybe I'll go. All of them want you to continue taking care of them until you drop. The first hospital I
Very
worked
funny,
as a doctor
but
after
not
my
funny.
NYSC, there was a doctor there that was very up and that place was very, very busy. Sometimes you work from 8 a.m. till 2 a.m. the next morning before you can take your lunch, by the way. So one of those doctors collapsed. And when we were trying to resuscitate the doctor, you know what the patient said? Within 5 minutes, when the doctor was not coming, they just said, is it because one doctor now collapsed that you now leave the rest of us and you not treat us again? These people are not emergencies. But they were already complaining that nobody was attending to them in 5 minutes because another doctor was almost losing his life. So you see, that is what we go through as medical doctors. So now, do not be surprised when you hear statistics like in the last 3 years, between 2023 and 2026, more than 4,500 doctors have emigrated to the UK. Others are still writing their exams. If you say they cannot go through Nigeria, they will find other means to live. Some of us in Nigeria, we have decided we are not going to be doing clinical medicine again. We are going to look for other ways of making money, ways that will ensure that our blood pressure is normal. Nobody will come and say, doctor, you're the one that did my surgery 4 years ago and I'm feeling so and so now. Nobody will come and write a false report against you to get money from you. There will be no emotional blackmail. You'll be at peace. Abi, if I have a oil well now, you guys will not be able to come and shout on me now. So I will have more money and I will have more peace. So you see,
Engineering doctor.
next time you go to the
Engineering-
hospital, or you have a
Some people will shout at
that
you
needs a
too.
specialist
Governments will
and they
deal
say
with
there's
you,
no
sir.
specialist like
But
that
that's
in your
aside.
town. The reason is because all this hatred, all this animosity, all these dangers, they have made doctors to run away. In fact, recently in a particular state, I think Delta State, doctors were told that they are being targeted for kidnapping. That people were targeting doctors
Yes.
for ransom.
Even
what
in
do
the
you
north,
do in that kind of situation now? You are
they take them to go and take care of their
and
people
the
that they
other people that are
kidnap.
victims of that system are conspiring together against you. Shey you no go run? You will run now.
From all this
Bruh,
laugh.
Abi, it's just so baffling that's just the situation. Like I said, it has nothing to do with money. Anna, you were saying something about money now, and I don't think what the doctor are actually saying is not about the money. It's actually about the value and the respect. Anna, imagine.
I mean,
you
if
being
you
the
talk
doctor,
about
and
if you talk about value, value translates into taking care of, and that translates into money too. But that
yeah,
is
it's also
one
part
side.
of it. What I'm saying is that imagine being the doctor and now you are collecting 5 million naira and you are the only doctor to attend to 500 patients. How is the money even relevant in that context?
The
So in
person
my own
cannot
context
even
is
the
that,
person cannot even divide their time, even if they want to
so
take care of 500
thank you,
patients, right?
thank you.
You're not
So
doing it
so
on times two. You're not taking care of the
it's,
I
patient
will
on
not be.
times two
so
or
it's
times
not
five
about the
speed.
money. So that's I'm saying that the doctors are not valued, they are not respected, they are not honored by the government and the people. Just like what we just watched right now. It's not about the money anymore, right? They want to feel valued. we have seen a couple. I have a couple of friends in the United States and United Kingdom, whereby they will tell me that come and see how they enjoy as a doctor over there. They feel more value because they give them enough time to rest. But in Nigeria, it's not about the money. That's what I'm saying. Many of our doctors who leave the country, yes, some of them actually because of economic hardship, they are not well paid. But some of them don't feel valued. Imagine you earning 10 million naira, but you have to work 72 hours straight without lunch or dinner or anything. I'm telling you, it's not about the money they get, because what is the money is going to do to you if you eventually collapse? You have 10 million naira in your account and you are collapsing already. What is the money about it? Government is not looking about the money. They just give them a certain amount of money, believing in them that do your thing. And that's why Nigerians are not respected. To me, doctors should be seen like a god. I'm not saying that people should worship them, but I think the sense of respect, the sense of decency should be in the heart of each Nigerian. When you see a doctor, even if anything the doctor tells you is the final, but if the doctor says that I want to take a rest, give them the time to rest. If the doctor says, you know what, come back in 2 minutes, let me rest, give them enough time. It's not about the money again. I have been to a doctor whereby I took my mommy to the hospital, and the doctor was complaining right in front of my mom that it's not about the money again. You can see the lamentation from his eye that it's not about the. He's stressed. He's stressed, and this also happens to other professions in Nigeria, like teachers. Teachers are stressed. I remember I told you a kind of a scenario last year when I went to my nephew's school. I was so furious now as a teacher also that what happened to my nephew was when I checked his mask now, I noticed that this is the boy that always mark everything. He has a red pen. He marks everything. Are you saying that you mask your note by yourself? It has never happened. I have never seen it before. Teacher marks that note. So I went to this boy's school. You know, the boy was terrified that Papa won't come. I showed up and I went to the teacher. I was expecting the teacher to apologize to me that I'm sorry, his act of his indiscipline. And she just sat me and said, what? Do you know that I'm the only maths teacher for SS1, SS2, SS3? And I need to mark no less than about 500 notes in a day. When he said that, I at first I was coming with fight, I couldn't even say a word. I said, is it possible? He said we should follow him. And I followed this man to the principal, and the principal confirmed that he's the only maths teacher for SS1, 2, 3. How is that possible?
And you have more than 500 students.
How is that possible? He said you need to mark about 500 student notes and he needs to prepare for the next day, write lesson note, do teaching. That the only thing he can do is that whenever I finish teaching the class, I'll tell him a stage note and mark it yourself. So I'm not condemning in that particular context now. We have a teacher who is actually suffering in a big way. It's not about the money anymore now. He's not valued. His honor is not valued. He's not respected. And we have parents, if not because of I'm kind of person who respect people. If you have some muscular pain, what happens? They will slap the teacher. It's not your work. Even when you have to make 10,000 no, it's your work. You hear teachers slapping, being slapped, being molested, being abused, being different. I've seen different kind of female teachers that have been molested and being sexually harassed in the streets by males in the community, saying that it's not your work. Teachers are so sexy. Different kind of words. We need some of those professions needs to be respected at all costs. This has nothing to do with the money given to them. Imagine being a doctor on the couch receiving treatment, also prescribe drugs. Like what Anna said, you are not even scared that probably is hallucinating. Imagine a doctor hallucinating and prescribe a wrong drug for you, and you still have the mind believing that drug is going to write for you. Nigeria needs to do better. To me, Nigeria needs to do better. The respect is not there for them. And I'm not saying that you should not jack out. If you don't feel worthy or honored in the state, leave. Because it is ridiculous. Like I said, I was taken to the hospital 9 a.m. in the morning. I was attended to by 8 p.m. at night. A single doctor in a public hospital, a single doctor, not even a private one, in a public hospital, a single man. And you still want him to stay behind and say, you know what, for the humanity's sake, for the else, he's going to collapse if we don't leave. Two things to it is either he die in the professions or goes on that place where he feel threatened, he feel honored and respected. So that's it.
All right.
It was doctors in Nigeria listen to this video. So if a patient who is a victim of a gunshot was rushed to your hospital, you have no business demanding police reports before you commence treatment on them. If you delay in treating that individual and that individual dies, your hospital will penalize the doctor that was involved in that case, will be penalized too. In fact, it is even as serious as that doctor going to jail for that offense, because it is a crime.
Abraham,
Now,
please
if
pause.
a
Abraham, please
person
pause.
who is a
Hold on, hold
victim
on.
of a gunshot emergency
I'm
Sorry.
not sure this lady is. I'm not sure this lady is talking to Nigerians. Anna, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because this is. Like I said.
We
Let
can't
us be
say.
realistic. I'm not sure. Let us be realistic.
I mean, for a country that does not that cannot follow
And
EFCC law
I'm
handbook and,
telling you,
and medical
do
association
not
law book,
do
this is the one that you now want to follow to the latter. You
follow
want
a
to take the law
protocol.
to the
I don't
latter.
understand. That's what I'm saying, that we are doing the wrong thing in Nigeria always. We are keep on doing this thing, the wrong thing. Do you know that in Nigeria right now, you cannot take anybody to the hospital? Probably there is an accident and the person eventually died, you'll be arrested. Abraham, do you know that in Nigeria at the moment right now? If you actually probably there's an accident, you actually serve as a good Samaritan, you took the person to the hospital and the person eventually died. If there's going to be a police report, you'll be arrested for bringing the person to the. I've seen many serious cases like that in Nigeria. And yes, this thing has been on social media. Nothing is done. So I don't understand where this lady is coming from by saying you'll be arrested, your hospital if you don't treat the patient. Even bringing the patient to your hospital is a problem. For doctors, for the patient to just be
Moral
on the
lesson:
bed.
don't get shot
Yeah.
Jesus.
because
Jesus.
there's no rule, there's no help for you. If the doctors
Because
are
I don't
saying bring
understand.
medical reports, if
I don't
the
understand.
lawyers are saying if you don't treat people, there's conflict. No interpretation.
You guys
Even the
have not
person that
even.
carries you, even the person that carries you to the hospital, and it's true, I've not finished
We'll be
listening to it
arrested.
to the end. Please let us watch it to the end before we judge.
shot emergency was rushed to your hospital, commence treatment immediately, and you are mandated
Okay.
by law that within 2 hours after commencing treatment that you go to the nearest police station to report
Report.
the incident.
Okay.
That is what the law has asked you to do, and you have within 24 hours to notify their family that they are in your hospital. So this whole police report before you start treatment is a crime. Say no. In fact, listen to this video to avoid you going to prison for saying bring police report. No, because by virtue of the compulsory treatment and care of gunshot victim act of 2017 has mandated you to do that. I hope it makes sense. Have a wonderful day and bye.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
a recent
Who should we
act.
believe?
Not
Who
quite
should we
recent
believe?
now.
Who should
This
we
is
believe?
recent,
Anna,
but it's not
Anna,
recent.
Anna,
I
who
mean,
should
she
we
said
believe?
wait, she said it's actually in the act. Even though in Nigeria we don't know how to follow laws to the latter, but saying it's in the act means that is what is required of them. But I also want to ask, what about those patients, those ones who will tell you if you don't pay money or if you don't have your card or those kind of things, you're not going to be treated until you make deposit. All those ones, those are the ones now that we need to start addressing and following to the latter to know how to handle those kind of situations, what to do at those times.
Hmm. I think Abraham should answer that one because at the moment right now, I'm a kind of a realistic person, and I'm not saying I'm
I
not seeing the image. I'm not seeing what the lady is saying
I
as
am
something that is
blank
As
as
practical in
it
something that
is.
Nigeria.
is sensible. I mean,
I'm
but
not saying
the
sensible,
idea
but
is
I'm not saying as a
the
practical thing in
idea
Nigeria. I don't
is
see.
But
okay
you
in
know it's the
Nigeria is
law.
actually and you know that as doctors, what they actually the oath they swear to is the oath to protect lives, right? So even if somebody comes to the hospital that is shot, you first preserve the person for evidence sake or for what do you call it now, witness sake, to be able to tell the law or to tell law enforcement what really happened, how they got shot, where they are.
Anna, I have a question for you.
The
When you're
main
done.
the main purpose, right, to now get shot, or the main reasons why people get shot, and maybe they are in an altercation or in an exchange. Well, so maybe they are armed robbers, or maybe they are people who were, they're definitely in an exchange, in a gun battle or in a pew pew battle, as this man said. so, so as the law now is saying, because you are to protect their lives, this is what you do, right? Even though you would say it is not visible, right? It is not feasible in Nigeria. It is not practical because of how minds have been conditioned to do things, right? Even the police self, if you treat somebody like that, Just the way you see EFCC came to hospital to carry doctor, they can still go to the hospital and still go and carry that doctor and be saying, why did you treat a victim that came in with bullets in them?
Yes.
So even though that is not what the law is required of them, the law is required of them to pursue and investigate what caused the victim to be in the hospital in the first place, not even to now start following the doctor. Now the doctor also has a role to play. If you treat this patient, like she said, within 2 hours, report to the police station. Give a statement. This person came in at so time with so wound. So this is the impact it has on the person. We had to do a surgery to remove it, and give all the details, and you're free. That is why they tell you, if you lose your ID card, go to the police station to report. You I've forgotten the word now. You free yourself. It's an indemnity, right? You free yourself of future incrimination. Yes, so even if you do that, I see no police officer, except he's mad, except he's not okay in the head. If you treat the patient and you go to the hospital and you write a report and you say this is what happened, I see no police officer that would now hold you responsible, except of course he's on colos, or he's taking something that is turning his head. I'm serious.
My question for you is very simple. Now, the lady said after he treated the patient, 2 hours later, go to the police to make a report. What if before the 2 hours the patient died?
You still go to the police to make the report.
This is Nigeria. I'm not saying I'm not. You know. One of the thing I'm so baffling is how we always condition things we condition things on the theory aspect of it by saying the law says, but we don't condition things to what plays out in reality. Now we are saying our doctors to start.
If everybody follows the law, this reality that we are looking at would be different. If everybody goes by what the law says, what we are calling practical or what we are calling reality will be entirely different. Very different. We will not have to follow through with the fact that you cannot it's just like a movie where you're just on suspense. You cannot figure out what happens the next. You don't know what the other person next to you is high on, or what the other person is taking that is making their head go they don't even know their thought patterns. But that is why we have the law to guide us, because everybody, human beings can think anyhow, scatter. Human beings can think scatter. One person is thinking one way, the other person is thinking another way. But if we follow the law to the very end, you are not going to have this back and forth, this fear of saying you cannot imagine what somebody can do. Just now we're talking about giving some of these people arms, to carry arms. You don't know the extent to which they would use that power when they have the arms, because there's no protection. There is no. As there is even protection, they are not even following it. Okay, I don't know if this is how it plays out in the American system, but I watched an episode of The Rookie, a few episodes actually of The Rookie, just in my in my spare time. So I noticed something. There was a pattern. If a police officer shoots somebody, like there is no exchange, right? That police officer automatically goes under investigation. Automatically, they take their gun, they take their belts, they take they don't take their tag. I think they take their badge also from them. Then they go, they investigate, they watch the body cam, they see what happened, they ask them questions, they do tests, they even do drug tests for them to be sure that this person is not high, or this person is not under on a substance or something. Then this is how it should be in a society that values sanity, that values collective sensibility. And that's what I used to say. Even in the land of the jungle, in the land of the animals, they still have the king. They still have to follow. This is how
there's a structure.
Thank you. You will see ants. You will look at ants. You will see how ants are doing. You will see bees. I was watching a documentary on bees. They would say when it's mating season, this is how they do it. When it's season where they are not producing as much as they would have to kick out the males who are useless. Like
Sure.
even the male, even your sister, like Abraham. Imagine you're a male bee. Your
Yeah,
sister
that's
will
how
have
they
to
do it.
gather you and gonna throw you out of the pack because you are
Yeah.
just there useless. You're
But
not
there's
doing
a
anything.
structure. Yes, there's a
Even in
structure.
but human beings that we say we are higher animals, we are more wiser. You will look at a goat and you be like, goats they moo moo. You now know that goats wise past you. Because of
Oh my.
the way they have their arrangements. So honestly, that's the reason why we have the law. That's just the reason we have the law. If you don't follow the law like that, it just becomes rowdy. The interpretation becomes funny. Like that's when she's explaining this, they just be like, now film. It's just as if she's explaining one movie to us because from time immemorial, we've known, we've seen, we've heard when they would say you cannot treat a patient if you don't have a police report that approves them treatable. But the law says, and she said it is in 2017. It was reenacted in 2017.
Yes.
So that means the law should if the law values it, please, we as human beings, please, if we say that we are human beings and we have sense, please let us follow what the law says because that is why it
Yeah,
is there.
actually, probably the House of Assembly and the House of Senate should reinforce this over and over. Maybe there should be publications. Maybe there should be a publication. Probably there should be a time whereby all the newspaper in
This is
Nigeria
Nigeria, you
publish
people.
this law. No, so that we can have evidence. Probably if newspaper, probably the government can actually just compel all the newspaper in Nigeria to publish this kind of
I
act
mean, the law is
at
enough
the end of
evidence
their
for you.
newspaper. Anna, that kind of law, that kind of law. I'm not saying how effective it is because if you actually come to Lagos State, you understand what Abraham and I we are saying to some extent. How they don't see the law. These people we are talking about, they don't see law. They see themselves as the law. That's how ridiculous the situation has been. They
Yeah.
don't see the law as effective. They see that even you look at the aspect of saying bail is free. Anna, that is in the United States and United Kingdom. If you try
Bail
to
is free,
Nigeria,
but pay.
if you try to Nigeria, they'll tell you that no policeman has the right to search your phone. Okay, the day a
You
policeman
see,
will tell you
that's
that
it.
the day a policeman will tell you that law is for the government and this is my law, it will be as if what are you seeing? What are you hearing? And before you know it,
Then that
papa,
is
to
when you
slap.
now be forced to use connection, which is not
You forced
supposed
to
to
use
be.
connection or even
Because
bribe.
I've never seen all the this nice word documentaries on animals, and I've never seen where they say, please help me to call lion. No, lion is the king, is my grandfather, or is my
To help him to
neighbor.
pay off.
Sir,
To pay
this
off.
thing is happening. Oh, please come and help me and talk to you. Those kind of things. It does not happen.
It doesn't. I actually don't understand where the
But
problem is, but I think the government is missing something out. If the government is actually using these people for their own selfish interest, they should also consider us who they are ruling and leading. Because if you are using for their own selfish interest, let them understand their limits. Because it is so insane that you can't. Let me just stop it because I don't want to start calling some stuff. You can't be walking on the street and be looking by your shoulder. You can't be a 22 years old boy have a car. It is so insane. You feel insecure, especially if you now have a small stature. That's even the worst part of it. Imagine you are 20 something and you have a small stature in a new car. I'm telling you, no amount of document you show this policeman, they will, except for those who are actually good. I'm not saying everybody's bad.
that's
Except for
because
those who are
those
actually
ones
doing the
now, if
right
you
thing.
bribe them, those ones now, sorry to say, allegedly, if you bribe them, those type, allegedly, they will allow you to go. So you
They
see now,
will.
if because I used to wonder why you would stop somebody, right? And then the person would give you their document, they would prove to you that this is it. What is your purpose of stopping them if it's not to prove to you that they are innocent of that crime or that offense? But nahi. So that is a proof that they allegedly want you to shake their hands and, give them water to drink. Allegedly.
See,
Allegedly.
What's going on? It
allegedly. See,
seems like my
allegedly.
screen is not rolling. It's not loading.
You, why isn't it loading?
Honestly, I
we
don't
already
know.
know. We already know the info we already. I can see it here.
I'm only just seeing the Ask Nigeria info will tag down. The top, I'm not seeing anything.
All right, let me take all of you back to the main scene, and then let's go back to the Willy Willy scene. Can you see it now?
No, no,
I can see. I can see. I can see. I can see.
Oh my goodness.
I can't.
Don't worry, we'll tell you. We'll tell you what we can see. Can you see the info wheel introduction?
Let me send you what I'm saying first.
No. Don't worry. Wait. I'm not going to the quiz scene, but so what do we do? Let's go to the info wheel, and then I'm gonna reset.
Or maybe
And
I
then
should come online again. Let me reload and see.
all right. So luckily, well, we're gonna wait for you actually because it can be
I
interesting
mean,
that
you
way.
guys have to.
We have no choice. We have no choice. Okay. Let us listen to this.
And at least using that one to just chill down with the situation that is going on.
What do
And
you
to be honest,
mean?
sometimes, to be honest, it's just so baffling. Like, there's sometimes I will just ask myself that when are we moving forward? From all areas, we are actually talking about doctors today now. It's tomorrow might actually be teachers, tomorrow might actually be engineer. These people are not respected, these people are not honored, and we kept on losing them every day. It's so if you go to public hospital, it's even the worst part of it. We heard about only a single doctor is gonna attend to everybody. And how effective do you want the doctor to deploy? And you want the doctor to be there all day. Some of them don't even have time for break. Sometimes I feel for them, even as a teacher. If I actually probably have a class and I say I want to teach 30 students, there's this kind of feeling in me that did I have the energy to teach 30 students, because I need all the 30 students to be attentive to what I'm teaching now regarding a doctor who needs to pay attention to patient one after the other. Sometimes spend 15 or 20 minutes with the patient, ask some questions, ask him to go do some tests, bring it back, compare and contrast, use his experience to ask a couple of questions and say, no what, let's do this, let's do that. And some of these doctors are not really, like, to be honest, they are not respected, they are not honored at all. And I'm not saying that they should leave the country, but I just say that the government needs to do better. And the aspect of the EFCC and the police, I don't think it is the fault of us. I think the fault comes from the government, because these people don't fear the citizen. They say that they can do things like the way I don't know, the way they see themselves as they have unlimited power. I don't want to mention an area I always pass every night. Every 2 days, these police people come out at 9 p.m. at night and demand for 220 naira from any passerbys, not for people. Any passerbys, maybe truck, tricycle, motorcycle, bus. They will request for it, and if you don't pay that 200 naira, what they will do is they will tell you to park one side and started asking some ridiculous question that we warrant you to start pay more than the 200 naira you want to give them. There was a day I was actually inside the one tricycle and we were passing the area, and as I saw the policeman approaching us, I was ready to just, ready to speak. I was ready to defend his bike. And the man was just telling me that, sir, don't say anything. That if I actually say a word, I'm going to actually put him in trouble, because it's going to compel everybody inside the bus to come down from the tricycle, and he's going to seize his tricycle, and he's going to pay nothing less than 20,000 to retrieve it back.
Imagine.
Any statement I make is going to actually put him in more trouble, that I should just allow it to pass. That he's going to give me 20 naira. And I was expecting to just speak. The way he even requested for the money, as if it's entitlement. He was stretching his hand like with a strange face. Where's the money?
Give me.
Not even looking left side. With a strange face. There was a day I was coming from. I will mention this area so that probably our government can look into it. There was a day I was coming from a co-hotel around 11. It was very late that time because we have a program in the co-hotel. I was coming very late. And this particular bus was taking off from the co-hotel very late. The road was a little bit scattered with bus. As he was speeding down, I saw a couple of police officers ahead of us. I was like, why they could ask for a checkpoint? Could you believe that as the bus was speeding down, the police officer just stretched his hand and the driver stretched out 200 naira. The police officer collected the money and drove off. What thought to my mind is that what if we were kidnapped? So 200 naira substituted for the entire life inside the bus. I'm telling you, the police officer was not even looking at the man. He was not even paying as probably he knows
because
him
he
or
was
not.
just interested in
It's the
interested in
money.
the 200 naira.
And at that moment, and at that time was to level. It was late in the night. What if probably were drugged inside the bus? What if probably there's a sham that actually just make everybody feel dumb? No investigation, no inspection, nothing. So 200 naira substitute for the life in the bus. And this as we were passing Adekunle side from Terminal Bridge was through Adekunle side to Yaba. That was where every night around that 9, 10, 11, you see these policemen are there. They don't inspect anything, they don't check anything. What they do is to stretch out their hand and collect money from any bus passing by. It's so ridiculous. And I remember 2017, I went to a bank to collect money from my dad. And that's let us understand that the level of insecurity right now is actually known by these police people. They just don't want to do anything about it. I was about to enter the bus, and one of those Agbolo boys pulled me back. One of those NYSC, NURTW guys pulled me back from the bus. Like, first they pulled me back from the bus, and I was like, stand. And the bus drove up. I was so furious because I've been on that particular bus for about 10 minutes waiting for a bus to take me to where I'm going to. I wanted to just fight Ghana. Why do you pull me back? And he said, God save you. That they know that particular bus is a one chance. That they know them, that they have reported them to police officers, to police station, that they don't do anything about it, that the only ones they can save, they try to save. Look at the statement from NRTW. Like when he said, look at his face. He said they have done this, they have reported countless of times to the police station that some of those bosses are one chance, but they know them, but they have done nothing. So the only thing they can do is people they can save at the moment, they can just save. And when I look at the bus, I can tell you the bus was full with people, innocent people. But the guy he can't say that it is the one chance now. He just has to just pull me back. That you know what? If I cannot save everybody, let me just save only you from the bus. And it's so ridiculous from what the guy said that they have reported to the police station that nothing
but they
they
will
can do
not do
about it.
anything, of course.
So nothing they can do
Nothing will
about
go
it.
down.
That because these people also give them courts. That one is essentially they also give them courts. So the only thing they can do is to do their own brother, probably good Samaritan, save as many people they can save from this hand of the one chance. So I think our government really need to look into this. The level of insecurity right now has shown that even the police officers, the road traffic, I'm not saying everybody, but some of them feel entitled because probably they know the secret of the government, or probably they are working for the government and they knew that the government has nothing against them. Even if they are actually arrested, they'll be free at the end of the day.
You're right.
That kind of sense, you will see it from their behavior. That what will you do? What will you say? As if eventually last night they will arrest me and the second day I'm released. That kind of, they don't feel threatened. They don't feel like my bag will be taken away from me, my work will be taken away. They don't see that. They see that, you know what, go and report. After 2 days we are back on the road, which is true. After 2 days they are back on the road. And if you dare to pass that place, and most of these police officers do one thing that I've heard about, that they mark some people, they know some plate numbers. By the time you pass the place, they will know that you are the one and they will arrest you. A boss 2 years ago was coming from Yanopaja. Just listen to what this guy said. It is something. What he said, I don't think it's constitutional in any way, in any form. We are coming from Yanopaja. We are passing through, I don't know that particular area. We just passed Ikeja. And we just saw this, is it FRSC bus, like, only at us, at this particular bus, they crossed us and he just alighted in front of us. The guy went to them and said, I know you will pass here today. I've been waiting for you since Monday.
Really?
I swear to my God. I heard they will say, I said he knows he's going to pass it because he have already mastered, the numbers of the place number. He knows the place number of it. He said he's going to pass it. He knows that he's going to pass it today. And that was what I said. You pass one way on Monday, and I know you're going to pass it. Which I knew that's not the true story. That's not the real story. That day was Friday. That day was Wednesday. About 2 days ago on Monday, he said he knew he's going to pass there today because he has been on that particular tail for about 2 days looking for the bus. I don't know what transpired between the driver and the bus, but I can tell you that it's not about one way. I
Of
can tell you
course,
from
you,
far. It's
you can
not about
never
one
be.
way. Probably the driver failed to pay his cost. Probably the driver failed to pay a certain amount of money to him, and he feel like,
Mm.
I'm going to pass this place and I'm going to wait for you. He said it with his mouth. I know you're going to pass there. I'm waiting for you. Along with his colleagues, about 3 guys came down and they were asking us, we are taking it to our station. At the end of the day, in our presence, the driver gave them 20,000
Of
naira
course,
and
you
he drove
just
off.
pay and then they will leave.
So is the 20,000 naira for the one way on Monday, or for a certain dispute that happened between them that is not even open to the rest of us that are inside the bus? So I think the government needs to do more. I think the government probably reinforcement, probably trying to do a reform. I don't know, probably a reform. Probably just give them a new constitution. Probably they should trash all the constitution and write a new one for it. Probably that would be better. Trash all the constitution that we have for the armed forces and the forces. Write a new one and publish it for the citizen. This is a new constitution for the police. So if they go against this is the penalties.
Are you sure that is going to happen?
That's what I'm saying. To put that into actions, I don't think that's going to happen because even the government needs them, probably for the election and some stuff. Anna is actually.
Yeah. She has trouble coming back, and yeah, we're going to have to move on with info wheel. So let me do this. I'm just gonna have a spin of this.
Food. Okay. Give it to me. Let me see.
Okay, let's see. All right. So
Which food season do you count down to like your birthday?
what's the first recipe that you make?
Which fruit season do you count down to like your birthday? And what is the first recipe you make? Fruit season. Ah! Corn. I'll actually go for the maize. I'll actually go for the maize.
Why? Why
I
me? Oh, wait, hold on. Maize is not fruit. Tomato
I
is
know,
fruit,
I know,
right?
I know,
Maize
I
is
know,
not.
I know, I know. But for the rest of other food, I think I tilt towards maize more than the rest of.
Why? So
Uh,
there is no mango, no agbalumo, no orange.
And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. For the
Okay, yeah,
orange, I'm
tell us
actually
why.
for the orange. I don't take orange because I'm actually an ulcer patient. I don't take orange. For the mangoes to me, probably because of my childhood trauma with mango. I have some
Ah,
childhood trauma with mango. Yeah, I have some
how?
childhood trauma. I know. I'm not ready to explain it here. I have some childhood trauma with
Don't
mango.
worry. We'll do all these
Because
things will happen in therapy, and then we'll be able to do it.
there was a time okay, let me just say there was a time when I was small that I ate a mango that almost probably caused my life because it's like a food poison. I actually don't know what I ate with the mango that time, but it was actually a mango that I
Wait.
know precisely that I ate.
Let me Google
So
it. Let me Google it.
no.
What can you what can you combine? Oh, hold on. This is info wheel. Hold on.
Okay,
So I'm gonna ask. What can you combine with mango to arrive at food
cause
poisoning? What
it might. I don't
can
know.
I eat with
With
or
mango that can cause
alongside
food
mango?
poison.
Alongside mango that can cause food poisoning. Okay, moment of truth. Moment of truth.
Nothing. That's it you can find. There might actually be a couple of things. There actually be
Well,
a couple of things.
it is just as a result of eating undercooked or contaminated food. You
Probably,
know,
probably.
yeah, I'm not
So
sure
I'm kind of a
there's
person. So I'm kind of a person that like that. Whenever I have an experience with some, just like the way I don't eat semo, I don't eat semo at all because my experience with semo also is a little bit childhood trauma. So mango is outside. For the agbalumo that you mentioned, that one, I'm not kind of a fan of that one at all. From the start of my life, I'm not a fan of it at all. I don't know why. I'm not a fan of that thing. So most of the time,
so what are you a fan of?
instead of me to tilt to that fruit a lot, I tilt more on maize. Even when it's not a fruit, I maize is kind of
We
a fruit for mine.
Olakunle, we ask you for fruit, you said maize. Fruit, even if it is
I
tomato.
know,
Jesus Christ.
I
Go
know,
go
I know.
go go help you.
Tomato. So I actually tilt to that one, but what you know, tomato to me is it's a normal thing. Everybody eat tomato now. Although a little bit these days, I tilt more
Raw
on
tomatoes? No.
the
Uh,
neighbors.
why?
Yeah,
Okay,
your neighbor.
no problem.
The
You
last time you did
see,
a neighbor.
yeah, I did neighbor the last time. So I'm gonna move on to this was what I did last time, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. Okay, what first floor water leak saga transformed it? Jesus! This is just right on time. Right on time. Right?
What first
Right
floor
on
water leak
time.
saga transformed into a plumbing semi-pro?
You know, everywhere I've lived with my family, we've never actually lived or I think until now, we've never lived on the ground floor of a particular building. Everywhere since I was little, it's either a two-story building or a one-story building, right? So we live on the upper floor. So the last place we stayed, there was something was actually happening, right? The landlord was complaining. You guys, I mean, it's an apartment, it's a flat. So you guys are washing indoors, and even if we're washing indoors, that is not supposed to be a problem. He said there's a leakage, and then we will go out there and then we will check the leakage by the deck, right? The decking. We will check, and then the place will continue to stream water. Continue. We
Hmm.
called different plumbers. Different plumbers. What happened? They will go. They will do this. Do also. Do all. There was even one that came, and then completely changed the pipe, changed everything, and the thing was still happening. What was going on? What was going on? Well, until I had to think like a plumber too. Anytime we would go out, that would not be at home, the place would be dry. And anytime we
Wow.
came back and then started using water, the place would now start it will become wet again. And then so what did I do then? We just decided, okay, there was a plumber that the landlord called last, and then the plumber came. You know what happened? There was nothing wrong with the plumbing. Nothing at
Hmm.
all wrong with the plumbing. He just came to the bathroom and then put a strand of broom, put it at the edge of the wall, and then say, see, can you see? This is where the water is streaming into the block and then into the wall, into the deck and everything. That's why you can see all of these things happening. Say, once this broom can go inside, once it goes inside of that wall, water will also get there too. If your broom can get there, I mean, water will get into a place that is not that a broom, a strand of broom would not even be able to
Hmm.
enter. But
Sure.
my broom is able to enter this, then of course
It
water would
is.
enter. So what it did was he had to actually now block that place. He had to do a proper blockage, and then that was how it stopped. And
Hmm.
now,
Wow.
when there's anything like this, my brain always goes there. Is this what is happening? Is
Semi-pro.
this what's going on? There
Semi-pro.
is I am.
Semi-pro.
I'm a pro already. I know. I I wouldn't want to do my plumbing myself, but I know how to do the plumbing in such a way that I I wouldn't make a mistake. I can change faucets myself, change tabs, change drainages, everything I want to do. I can do them myself. Even the water closet, I do them myself. But that that made me, made me a semi-pro in plumbing. It was
Hmm.
bad because it was something that we had for months and months and months and months until there was not a solution. I wouldn't want to go back to a place like that.
Well, I just checked for my so Abraham, don't abuse me. My maize, which doesn't has corn, is a fruit. So yeah, it's a fruit. So yeah. I actually
What
had to
kind
check
of
for that.
what kind of what kind of
I just checked and I said yes.
person what kind of
Basically,
person are you? I'll check.
botanical fruit called the Cardiothoracic or a grain because each kernel developed from a fertilized
It
flower.
is
So yeah, it's a
maize,
fruit. Although
a
at the
fruit.
same time, it's also yes, at the same time, it's a vegetable or it's
Technically,
also classified as a grain.
technically, hello. Technically,
I
maize
know
is
you
a
want to
fruit.
analyze the word. I
Tech,
know you want to analyze that. I'm not giving you the room. I'm not giving you room
technically,
for that.
no,
I
no,
am not
no,
giving
no
you room for
wahala,
that. I'm not giving you for that. So
no
yes,
wahala. Okay, here we are. So Anna actually can't come back. She has run away.
but I just let's do this together. Just this together.
First,
Reset. Let's do like 4.
yeah, I'm gonna reset it.
And let's just do it together.
I mean, Anna, we're gonna taunt her on Wednesday. We're gonna
I'm gonna
taunt her
turn on
because
Wednesday.
yes, she's not supposed to just live like that. So this is reset. And one more thing, I'll have to actually remove her from the participants. All right, so that it remains
Okay.
both of us in the
All right.
participants.
All right. So let's
And
start.
then hold on. I need to check questions that we did the last time. Okay. We did these questions, if you remember.
Yes, we did this
Did
question. Yes.
this.
I think this isn't even the first question that we did.
Yeah, we did knock culture. We did
Yes, we
the
did
Berlin
Berlin
conference.
conference, 1884 to 1885. Yes.
All right, I think we'll now move on to the next one. So I think this was the
Okay.
last one that we did, and that was it,
Okay.
right?
Yes. All right. Okay.
Okay. So next question.
The arrow cathedral was located in which way? Arrow.
Wait.
Arrow. The name. Jesus.
Whoa.
It's sounding. I'm not. I don't. You know the problem is now is the pronunciation. Is it arrow or arrow? I don't understand.
I have no idea.
And I was
Southeast.
thinking southeast.
Oh.
I actually picked southwest. I actually picked southwest. I was actually thinking that is it southeast or
All right.
because that
Let's
word.
add the result. All right. We're going to go to the next question. This is the second question.
Who is known as the father of Afrobeats? Hey! Okay. I know you are logged in already. I know. I understand. I know.
Say
But
I'm locked in already.
But you know that this kind of question is actually tricky between A and
This
C.
one is tricky, actually.
Between A and C. I know you
No.
Don't tell me you pick only Kingston a day. You can't now.
That was what I picked.
I
All
can't,
right.
he's actually the
Wow.
father of Afrobeats.
If Anna was here
That's
now,
what
I'm
it's
very
like.
sure that she would have missed that question. But no
Sure.
problem. All right, let's move
I know
to
it's
the
actually,
next question.
but Kingston is famous. Hey, Juju, high life. See, so Nigeria will never speak. This is actually tricky, because I don't think in Sonade actually sing Fuji.
You have to pick your answer. Reveal.
This
Wait,
was Afro
did I
Juju.
get this? Yes, I did.
Actually, high life. Because I know.
I
God.
did.
It's actually tricky,
Ah.
so it's Afro Juju. Why would they put
Yes.
Juju, not Afro Juju? I don't like it. It's supposed to be Afro Juju. I was
That
thinking
was
Juju as normal Juju.
that was what made me to pick King Sunny Adi for Afrobeats now. So I was conflating Afro Juju and Afrobeat.
When I heard the word Juju, I was like, is it Juju or Sham? If it's Afro Juju, I would have picked Afro Juju. No, the next one.
Alright.
I know you can never be a part of Fuji. The Queen of Nigeria, reggae. Asha is a rapper. Hey, Asha is a rapper. Asha is a rapper now. It can't be reggae.
No.
I don't know.
It can actually be Asha actually. Really?
I know that I can never be Oyeka. I know that I can never be Oyeka. I know that I can never be Asha is a rapper. Asha is a rapper. I've listened to Oyeka's music countless of times. Asha is a rapper, pure rapper.
Okay.
Christy,
Alright.
I don't know that one, but
I'm locking in. Don't worry.
Victor Nwafo was known for which instrument? Victor. Is Lagbaja Victor? Lagbaja is not Victor. Jesus.
Not sure. No. Lagbaja is Yoruba. And now I feel this thing too. I knew it.
I actually be as
I knew it.
Analyze. Who is Victor Nwafo? Wait, let me check. Who is Victor? Wait, let me check. Victor what? I want to check.
Wifo.
It's actually maybe I actually be someone that we know. Wifo.
I'm not familiar with him.
I'm familiar, but I've not listened to music before. His guitar. I know him. I've seen a couple of his albums before, but I've not listened to his music before.
Oh yeah, lucky.
That's
It doesn't mean I'll not meet you. I'll meet you.
Okay. For the Eat Sweet. Hey, I don't know her name. Episode of Benin. Sana, Princess.
Now where did you run to? Olakunle? Where? Wow, I missed it too. Wow. Wow. All right. Olakunle, did you get to pick an answer before you went?
Yes.
And what was your answer?
C. Or sit outside Debe. What's his answer?
Why? I picked that too, but look at the answer on the screen.
It can't be Prince Nkombang.
Look at.
Can
Can you see?
Prince, sweet mother, Prince. It can't be Prince now. Prince is the name of a man now. Sweet mother, no go forget. Is that a
Yeah, it was the one who a man sang it. I thought it was this Osita Osadebe, but maybe I'm just having illusions. Lock in.
Let me check. Sweet mother.
Olakunle. Lock in.
He's a man, oh,
You
Jesus.
you know I of course it's a man actually. It's a man.
Ah,
It's a
well,
man.
the version that we know is a woman now.
It's a man actually. A man sang it.
Wow. Wow. Version actually know is a woman.
Lock in. I'll
Lock
still
in
meet
already.
you.
Yeah. Who was the first to just even justice?
Ah,
I think we've done this before now,
no, we haven't.
but I can't remember. I can't pick. Oh, I can't
You
pick
can't pick
anything
Azal.
again. I pick B. I pick B. I pick B. But I can't pick.
Why? Why can't you pick?
I don't know. It's just stuck. It's stuck. I
It's
can't
stuck
pick.
there.
Yes, I don't know. I can't pick.
Are you
Let
sure?
me try. I'm serious. I'm serious. I can't. It's still on C. Just stuck on C.
Just stuck on C.
Just stuck on C. Yeah, that was my last option I picked.
And
Yeah,
if now
just the
happens
answer.
that C is the answer, Olakunle, you will not take the glory.
Glory, hallelujah. Let's answer.
Oh my goodness, we're both wrong. We are both wrong. Let me see. Olakunle may be lying like that. Okay. Lock in again. It doesn't mean I will meet you
But I
today. I
can't
will
pick.
meet you.
Abraham, I know, I'm not sure what's going on. I can't change.
Yeah, the answer has been revealed. So let's actually move on to the next question. See if you can pick something from there. Shall we?
Olakunle pick. Someone is saying in the comment section. Olakunle pick.
All right.
The
So can
Supreme
you
Court
pick?
was let me check. Let me check. I can't again, but I will tell you the letter I pick. I can't. The Supreme Court of Nigeria was established in which year? Supreme Court.
I hate government as I hate government as a subject. I hate it.
1954. I pick A.
Oh, yeah.
I told you I'm a government teacher. Although it's not going to show there. I pick A. It's not going to show there. I'm telling you, I can't pick my answer A. It's not going to show your best. I pick A.
No wahala. We shall know it's 3-1, Abi. How many questions have we done so far? How many questions?
I think that is 6 now.
6.
Let's do 4 more to make it 10.
Okay.
The National Judicial Council NGC was established by which constitution?
Oh. It can't be 1999. You already had all
1973. 1979. B.
That's your answer,
It should
Abi.
be B. It should be B. Yes, B.
All right.
National 1999 under President Olusegun Obasanjo. National Judicial Council. Wow. Still 3-1.
Our score remain the same, Olakunle.
3-1.
I still have a chance. This is title race. I hope you know. Title race.
Still 3-1. No, that is 3-1. 3-1.
I know it's
3 more
title
questions
race.
to go.
It's title race.
Three
Let's
more
go.
questions to go.
Okay.
The Sharia courts exist in how many states as of 2024? Appeal. Sharia courts. How many northern states we have? I don't pick. I pick B. B or A. B. Rather B.
Which one? B or A or C or D?
Wait. Don't pick the answer.
Ah,
Wait.
Jesus.
Out of 36 states. 36 states. East. I pick C. Let me pick C. I pick
Everybody
C.
can hear. Oh, he picked you.
C. Yes. Josh, last thing. Have the time to change? No, okay, let's go.
You already picked it.
I was
Wait,
contemplating between. You know why? Now we are now 3-2. You know what I was contemplating on? You know what I was contemplating on? Because I know that
I know.
how many numbers of northern states we have in Nigeria?
Don't you know that there are 19, at least 19 northern states,
I
northeast,
know,
northwest, and north central. But not all of those places
I know, not all of them.
actually
Yes, I
have
know.
Sharia.
I know. I was contemplating on beer. I know that it cannot be every 10. The 10 is the number is too small. 10 is too small.
My game of psychology actually worked. So we're on 3-2.
You remove 9 and 19 from it, and you're looking at between 12 and 6. No need. I understand. I know that's what you did there. Okay, 2 more questions to go.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Court of Appeal. Supreme High Court is the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Chief Registrar, President of the Court of Appeal. Chief Justice of Nigeria goes with the Supreme Court. B. It can't be Attorney General, it can't be Chief Registrar, President of the Court of Appeal.
Is that your answer?
Chief Justice of Nigeria is for Supreme Court.
Is
Yes,
that
B.
your answer?
B. Listen.
Alright. Just gonna review
Let's
this. You still have time to change it.
No, I'm not changing. Chief Justice of Nigeria is F9, can never be but that's for Supreme Court. Attorney General, Court of Appeal, President of the Court of Appeal.
Alright. You chose B, Abby. Good.
Yes. I did psychology on you.
You did psychology on who?
Review the answer. I told you.
So
I knew
so
it.
we are
You know
still
what I did?
we're still
40.
level. It's not
We have
4-2.
2
Can't you
more to
see
go.
that is me? It's me. It's 3-3 now. It's 3-3. This boy now.
No, it's still it's not 3-3.
It's not.
It can't be 3-3 now. Hey, it can't be 3-3 because I also got it right too. It can't be 3-3. Don't forget, I got it right. It can't be 3-3. That would be 4-3. That is 4-3. Don't forget, I'm still leading with 1 point. It's 4-3. Hey, bro, you want to scam me?
No wahala.
You want to scam me?
How many questions do we have left?
One more question to go. Just one more question to go.
Lock in.
The break of Kodare is a symbol of hospitalization. B. I won this session.
Olakunle, I'll be back.
I won
Olakunle,
the session.
I will be
I
back.
won the session.
Olakunle, I'll be back.
It's actually
Olakunle,
nice.
I
Actually
will
nice.
be back.
I'll be expecting.
I will be back. God just knows I'll be back. I will be back.
Expecting you.
Take your flower.
Alright, thank you. The snap me. It's actually an amazing session still, to be honest. I enjoy myself. Yeah. Alright. I think Anna actually have to have it back.
Yeah, I think it was a very bad network. Right, so that will be the end of today's live session. I hope that everybody enjoys that. You enjoyed everything and the issues that we raised today, right? It's unfortunate that Anna had to, go off early before, we're able to do some parts of the stream. But this will be the end.
She's actually joining on. We have some questions in the group chat in the comment section.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see that too. I can see that. I think I checked some of the comments too. I saw it. So she was asking you to pick. Yeah. So luckily, last words before we sign out today.
Last words we sign out today. I won. Guys, I won. Even though Chelsea lost today's match, but I won for them. So we can use that one to console ourselves. Good night, everyone.
Well done, well done. Well done. I'm clapping for you.
Thank you.
Alright. Well, my 1 cent before I say peace out is please do not fall sick. Stay healthy. Alright. Good night, everybody. We'll catch you in the next session. Next live session. Olakunle, good night. Good night, Nigeria.
Good night, everyone.
Join our journey and dive into the lively foray. As Nigeria live, tune in bright and clear. Insights, laughs and knowledge are all right here.